All right, listeners, get ready for a deep dive into something a little different.
Different good, right?
Oh, definitely different good. We're talking concrete fingerboard ramps today.
Yeah. Not your average wood or metal, huh?
Not even close. These are from a company called Jump Around Fingerboard out of Denmark.
They make some pretty unique stuff.
They do. And their quarter pipe high series is what we're really digging into today.
And that's Quarterpipe, right?
That's right, for those listening who may not have caught on yet.
I always appreciate good spelling. Helps keep things clear.
Absolutely. But yeah, these quarter pipes, they're made entirely of concrete. Handcrafted, too.
Now, that's commitment to a material, I'd say.
You think they're going for something specific with that?
I mean, it's got to be intentional, right? Choosing concrete for fingerboard ramps?
Yeah, because, most ramps you see are wood or maybe metal.
Right. And each material has its own vibe. You know, wood's got that classic feel, predictable.
Yeah, and metal's all about speed.
Exactly. So concrete, that's got to be a whole other ball game.
Definitely makes you wonder what they're going for, what kind of feel.
And who they're targeting, what kind of rider.
For sure. And that's kind of what we're here to figure out, right?
That's the fun part, dissecting the details.
Okay, so Jump Around, they have this whole thing on their website about the authentic street feel of these concrete ramps.
Yeah, they're not shying away from that comparison.
Not at all. And honestly, it's what caught my eye too.
It's a bold statement. Got to respect that.
But before we get totally lost in the concrete jungle here, there's something else important.
Hit me with it.
They make 5 different versions of this quarter pipe high ramp.
5! Seriously?
5? I know, right? It's wild.
Okay, now that's interesting. Different sizes or what?
Yeah, there are some subtle variations in the dimensions, but get this, each one is handcrafted.
So no two are exactly alike, huh?
You got it. They even have this, what you see is what you get, policy YSIYG.
YSIYG.
Yeah, so the picture of the ramp you're buying, that's the exact one you get.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Right, it's like owning a little piece of fingerboard art.
Almost like a fingerprint, each one unique.
And don't think for a second this is just about looks.
Oh, they're definitely built to shred, too.
Absolutely. These ramps are designed for both indoor and outdoor use.
Wait, really? Outdoor concrete fingerboarding?
You heard that right. They've got a special water-resistant coating, so a little rain won't hurt them.
Huh, that's pretty smart. Opens up a lot of possibilities.
Right. Imagine setting up a sick course on your patio.
And concrete's got to be durable, too, right?
Oh, yeah, super durable. And get this, Jump Around actually says the more you use the ramps, the cooler they look.
Really? How so?
Something about the concrete developing this unique, worn look over time, like a badge of honor for all those epic tricks.
I kind of love that. Makes it feel even more personal.
Yeah, like you're breaking it in, making it your own.
Okay, so we've got handcrafted, concrete, outdoor ready.
And 5 different versions.
Don't forget the 5 versions. This is getting good. So what makes these 5 versions different?
Well, like I mentioned, they all have slightly different dimensions. But it's not just about size, it's about how those subtle changes affect the feel and the tricks you can pull off.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Give me the lowdown on these 5 versions.
So version 1, or V1 as they call it, is the most compact, 13 by 15 by 12 centimeters, if you're into the specifics.
Yeah, so good for tight spaces, maybe?
Yeah, definitely geared towards more technical tricks, I'd say. But then we've got V2.
And how's V2 different?
And if you're really craving speed, V3 is where it's at. This one's the longest of the bunch, a whopping 20.5 centimeters.
Whoa, okay, now we're talking.
Right. Can you imagine nailing a dark slide down that entire length?
The speed potential there is insane.
Yeah.
And that extra length gives you so much more room to play with, especially for transition tricks.
Totally. Okay, so we've got compact and technical with V1, a little more room to breathe with V2, and then full-on speed demon with V3.
What, no in between?
Oh, they've got you covered. V4 seems like a good middle ground, dimension-wise. It clocks in at 17.5 centimeters long.
Okay, so not too short, not too long.
Exactly. Kind of like Goldilocks and the quarter pipes.
I like that. Okay, so what about that last version, V5? What's the deal with that one?
That's the wild card. It's got its own unique dimensions, 18 by 15 by 12.5 centimeters. Kind of like they took all the best aspects of the other versions and blended them into something totally new.
Interesting. So they're really catering to a range of styles with these different versions.
Yeah, and you can tell they put a lot of thought into those variations.
It's not just some random, let's make 5 different sizes for no reason kind of thing.
No way. No way. And you know what else gets me stoked? The way Jump Around talks about these ramps. They could have just listed the dimensions and called it a day.
Oh, for sure. But they didn't. What do they say?
they use this really evocative language, makes you feel something.
Give me an example. I'm curious now.
Remember when we were talking about the authentic street feel?
Yeah, yeah, that definitely has a ring to it.
Or how about this solid, robust fornemmelse?
What's fornemmelse?
It's Danish, basically translates to solid, robust feel, but they say it with such conviction, you almost want to reach out and touch it yourself.
They're good with words, these Danish ramp makers.
Right, and they're not afraid to get a little, edgy with it.
Edgy how?
Well, they use the phrase raw og industrial aesthetic to describe the ramp's look.
And that means?
Raw and industrial aesthetic. So
Yeah.
even with that raw, gritty vibe, they still manage to bring in this element of craftsmanship. Remember, each ramp is handmade.
Right, right. It's like this cool contradiction. Industrial and handcrafted, raw, yet refined.
Exactly. And it makes sense, right? Because fingerboarding, it's all about finding that balance between precision and creativity.
It's like you're in control, but you're also letting go.
Yes. You've got to have the skills, but you've also got to have that creative spark.
That's a good way to put it.
So, I'm picking up on a theme here, wouldn't you say? Jump around. They really get what fingerboarding is all about,
Yeah, they're speaking our language.
Exactly. The nuances, the attention to detail, the feeling, it's all there.
They're not just selling ramps, they're selling an experience. And they know their audience.
100%. And it's like they took all those different writing styles into account when they designed these ramps,
Yeah, totally. They're not just catering to one type of fingerboarder.
Exactly. So no matter what your jam is, whether it's those super technical lines, big airs, whatever, they've got something for everyone.
It's like they're saying, we get it. Fingerboarding is not one size fits all.
Exactly. And they didn't just stop at the design and the material either.
Right, right. We can't forget about that whole outdoor thing.
Oh, yeah. These things are built to withstand, like, pretty much anything you throw at them.
Rain or shine, these ramps are ready to shred.
Which I love. It opens up so many possibilities for where you can take your fingerboarding.
Backyard sessions, skate park meetups, street missions, you name it.
And the fact that they'll actually look cooler the more you use them, come on, that's awesome.
It's like they're telling you to go out there and make these ramps your own.
Exactly. Put in the work, the time, the dedication, and it'll show.
And think about it. Years down the line, your trusty concrete ramp will be right there with you.
A testament to all those epic sessions, all those tricks you landed.
Covered in the scars of battle, That's a badge of honor in the fingerboarding world.
For sure. So to wrap things up here, we've gone deep on these jump around quarter pipe high ramps. We've talked about the unique concrete construction, the Danish design, the fact that they're handcrafted, the outdoor readiness, the 5 different versions.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. It's a lot to take in. But at the end of the day, it comes down to this. Which one of these ramps speaks to your fingerboarding soul?
Which one is going to help you take your skills to that next level?
That's the real question.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll leave that for you to decide. Until next time, keep those fingers rolling.